Hello, and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community with your hosts, Inez and Chiquita, keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered.
Hello. Keep it on. That's fine.
All right, fine. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you, girl? You know, I'm lost like hell.
You're trying to do it live at the same time we're trying to record. You know, hi, everybody. She's a mess. She's too focused on her birthday.
Shush your mouth.
How are you?
I'm good. Let's be excited about my birthday.
I mean, I'm just trying to get you focused. I'm trying to get her focused,
okay.
You guys.
Sorry. All right. So, yes. So, we'll do a little birthday celebration first,
Yes.
and then we'll get into hot topics, everything that's going on. So, which one, as we pop in this,
well, this is my favorite, so let's start with the Rosetta.
oh, Lord. Okay.
And then we can go into that.
Okay.
Because you're going to need that for hot topics.
Oh, yes, I am, huh?
So let's start with this one. You want to open? Because I got a kind of a broke hand, carpal tunnel, you guys.
Oh,
I've been
Lord.
dealing with it. As a writer, you know,
She
when
gets
you
a lot
write
of
too
carpal
much.
tunnel. Okay,
Yes.
so let me... Oh,
I'm
snap.
ready.
And do you like your little cup?
I do. Got cheers on it. You see what she got me, you guys?
A little cheers, me a little
celebration.
salute.
Ooh, popping bottles.
Can I pour first?
Yes, I'm ready to drink.
And then we can go ahead and, it's been a minute. I've been sick, so we haven't really been popping bottles like we normally do. But today, because it is my birthday, week, month,
Yeah, literally every day has been her birthday.
My birthday's at the end of the month, but, we celebrate whenever we can.
Ready?
Okay, ready.
Cheers.
So, salute. Happy birthday to me.
Happy pre-birthday to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so...
What are your plans?
Actually, I don't have much plans going on. My parents are in town, so probably probably just kind of hang out with the fam, bam. The weekend of the birthday, and then after they leave, then it's gonna be like turn up. Then I'll hit you up and the girls, and we'll go do something fun.
What did I tell you every time? Don't end up in jail. That's
Girl,
all I say.
What you mean? If I go, you go.
Listen, I don't know you. You heard what Mariah said. I don't know you.
Whatever. If I go, you go.
Listen.
She'll be there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So that's basically, actually, for the first time in a long time, I'm keeping it kind of low key. You know me.
Okay.
You know me. I'm always like extra.
Look at what we're doing. A hot mess. Okay. That's all I have to say.
But it's all good.
Yeah. Today, hot topics.
Yes. Oh, girl,
hour-long hot topics. So you probably see a break in between because hour-long hot topics that we're recording today. Because there's a lot going on.
Way too much.
Listen. Okay. Well, first we'll kind of ease into it.
Okay.
Presidential candidates. We have Beto now in the running. Oh, so we also have Bernie. We have Kamala. We have Pete Buttigieg, I believe that's his name, over in Indiana. She's messing it up the live. Sorry, guys. Forgive us. We're not professional.
Okay, anyways, go ahead.
It is what it is. We have Elizabeth Warren. We have about 20-some candidates for the Democratic Party.
I'm sorry. I think that's hilarious.
I mean, it's a lot. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling about it?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I need to go through, it's like literally we have to go through every candidate to make sure. I think it's kind of good though. Yeah. I mean, I think last 4 years ago or 3 years ago, the candidates were very, very limited. Nobody was really trying to go out there. I think what it's done is just kind of bring out people. Now let's hope with these candidates that they're really let's really listen to what they're saying, what they're talking about, and what the views are, because we're going to have to go and vote, and then it's just kind of going to be like a
mess.
Yeah. I mean, to the point where I think they even said Biden might have thrown his, on accident, potentially
with Stacey Abrams as his running mate.
As his running mate. Again,
I want somebody a little bit younger, a little bit fresh ideas. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'll vote for whoever against what we currently have.
Listen,
but I'm just.
I think there's a little bit of. I mean, we have somebody now who's older who has no experience, and it's just a shit show.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, somebody younger with some experience, I'm good with. A little somebody older, sense. At least common sense, or somebody older with experience. At this point, anything is better than what we got. So let's see how this plays out.
Yeah. I know, that's true. Because our current president, I don't know if you've
and I'm going to keep it 100. Sure, we would like to see a woman, but at this point and where we're at, we need that candidate who's going to get him out.
Yeah.
That's just basically it.
Yeah, anybody at this point.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad to say.
Ooh.
But
I'm like, ooh.
It is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, because I know lately he's been very into words with the late Senator John McCain, and it's just been very.
Here's another one. Let the man rest in peace. Like, shut up. You weren't that ballsy when he was alive.
Exactly.
So why are you now? Of course, because he can't clap back.
Yeah,
he can't say anything.
Exactly.
So now that's to show your cowardness. Like, that's somebody who's a coward who only wants to talk when people can't talk back.
No, that's what he does.
At the end of the day, leave that man alone. Let that man rest in pease. Like,
I know.
You already know he didn't like you. You just mad because you weren't invited. You just mad. He's that little kid at the
bully.
Who wasn't invited to the birthday party or the event, and now he's mad, and so now he wants to talk mad shit after it's been done.
Exactly.
Like, sit your ass down. Just we got other shit to focus on.
Yeah, he's a mess. I swear, it's just too much. It is what it is. So. Kind of go into some unfamiliar territory, the New Zealand shooting. What do you think about that? That was a little rough to see.
Yeah, it was, and very sad.
Yes.
And this is where the state of the world is. This is not just a U.S. kind of thing. This is a state of the world. And unfortunately, when you have someone who is a leader in the quote unquote the most powerful, the most powerful world that everybody looks up to, with spewing hate and disdain for people, and seeing that people
These are good.
Girl, it's a red velvet.
Just a red velvet cupcake for us.
And saying disdain and vocalizing these things that people from other places are like, well, shit, why can't I do the same thing if the most powerful country in the world is talking about how these people, are horrible and all of this. It's horrible and it's completely sad. But here's where we as the United States differ from New Zealand. The prime minister in that country made a ban on that without
the next day.
There is no questions. There is nothing. They're like, you know what? This is not okay. This is not tolerable. We're not going to put up with it, and we don't care.
Yeah.
Well, here it's all about the bottom line. Is the money. So money is more important than lives, and that's very evident. And if people can't, and if people can't see this is not a right to bear arms. This is a right to do whatever you want to do, and as long as my pockets are full, we're going to do whatever it takes. Yeah. So, how many have we lost? We've lost children. Yeah. Adult. It's
literally every day there's a random shooting or something.
People want to stick their head in the sand. It's a rah for a second, and then after that it kind of goes away. Yeah. But it's to show you that it is possible here. It's just they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's that's it. How embarrassed should we be?
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
How embarrassed and sad should we be that our government and the people who we vote in, this is where I tell people, I know government voting, all of this stuff, but these are people that we are saying to represent us don't give a shit about us. Yeah. And it's evident. We've always known it, but even more so when somebody from a whole nother country does it in 2 seconds. Yeah. There's no questions, ifs, ands, buts about it. And doesn't care that they're Muslim. Doesn't care. These are people from New Zealand. These are their people. Yeah. So it's horrible and it's super sad. It breaks my heart that we are in 2018. It's to 2018 and we're in these situations and that we can't show more love and consideration and tolerance to one another.
No, I know it's crazy all around, and hopefully, someone will be brave enough to step up and actually make some changes, even small.
I know, like they said, drinking. Ex-President Barack Obama had said it the best. He's like, I'm not trying to take the guns away from you. All I'm trying to do is control it. Like somebody who's driving and drinking and driving. Exactly. At the end, people were like, but guess what? It's cut down on the deaths of. There's consequences for your actions. There's so forth. It's the same thing we should have with gun. Nobody. Okay, you want to, but really, we don't need semi-automatic weapons for what?
No. Even with a car, you got insurance.
Right?
It's like
you should have insurance if you're, carrying. You kill somebody. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
you got to pay out, but there's no consequence. There's zero.
None.
You don't lose anything. All you do is get notoriety. People start sending out prayers. How many prayers can at the end of the day, prayers just go to shit.
No, seriously.
Oh, well, we praying for you. No. How about you do something about it?
Exactly.
But again, until it happens to their families and their people and it gets closer to them, that's when, things will happen.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's kind of like with the drug epidemic and opioids and all that. We talked about this a while back, and how it's in certain communities. Now they want to start
and then
looking into things.
Yeah, only because it's hitting their communities. And it's not like it's not even like, they like crack and all this. It's like literally prescription meds that are literally killing off all of them, killing off their family, friends, I got a little pain. Doctors are writing prescriptions. They're mixing them. So now it's an epidemic and it's a problem.
Now it's an issue.
Yeah.
It's crazy all around. Seriously. What's been going on in the news for you? What have you been seeing?
Did we talk, girl, because, days go by so quickly. Did we talk about Gayle King and R. Kelly in the interview?
I think briefly we talked about it.
Okay, well,
we were talking.
They're still going on that. He went to jail for non-child support, and then somebody bailed him out. Bailed him out.
Yeah.
The memes.
I've been seeing that.
I hate the internet. Okay,
it's like the internet is good for certain things, and then it's bad for other things
because it is so
it's rude.
It's and the craziness that comes to the point where I have to giggle because the shit is like I'm like I can't.
It's a sad situation, but it's
I can't.
Yeah,
I don't. It's not funny, but it's funny the way these people they're making mixtapes and like I'm like, yo, you guys this is ridiculous.
What is wrong with your mind?
Yes, this is ridiculous. That you know what they just I believe it was Clifton Davis, the basketball player who was shot and killed in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, he's friends with Kevin Durant.
KD's
adopted brother.
Adopted brother
on his birthday.
On his birthday outside a club,
That's so
shot
sad.
multiple times.
Yeah,
like I'm like, what are people thinking?
Yeah,
he was only like
32, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was really young. I was shocked.
I'm like, he used to. I forgot what team he used to play for, but it's just like really.
I'm like, really? Come on, you guys.
You can't even go. You can't enjoy yourself on your birthday.
You can't celebrate your birthday. You can't shout out and say where I'm going to be at. Here's a problem. You can't even say to people like, yo, come and join me. Because you just don't know if an enemy decides or somebody who's feeling some type of way towards you that you might not even know.
Yeah.
And it's not even that serious, people.
That's a whole nother topic I was going to talk to you about. It's like, why do you feel so emboldened to want to take a life?
Like you do realize that once you take a life, they're never coming back.
Yeah.
And I don't think people really understand that. And I think people are just kind of like, oh, whatever. I'm just like, it's the craziest thing ever.
Yeah. It's like, why do you have that much hate in your heart
to decide
I'm going to take this life? You're waking up, someone steps on your shoes or someone bumps into you, you just automatically, even just not shooting someone, just like negativity.
I mean, I get it. We all are in our emotions. You get angry, but step back a second and kind of look at the consequences from all of this. Yeah. Now, somebody's dead. His family is lost, mourning, all of this. Now, hopefully they catch the person who did it. Yeah. But now you're in jail. You're in and it's just a whole.
Well, some don't even get caught. Let's keep it real.
No, I'm hoping. Yeah. They will. They said there was like surveillance cameras, but they weren't really sure. But eventually, I mean, as quickly. This is what I'm hoping. As quickly as they were all up on Jussie Smollett and the whole shit. Yeah. And caught and be like, I'm hoping they do the same thing.
No,
like
seriously.
let's those kinds of things.
Yeah. Did you know, I just found this out, that in Chicago, it's against the law to record the police?
Yes. I just found that out, too. I'm like, that's fucking nuts.
Are you serious?
That's nuts. So I pay your salary, and I can't record you doing bad things?
That blows my mind.
Yeah. Well, that's to show you, what are you hiding?
That's true. And also, like, what are we voting for?
Yeah, what are we voting? What are people? What are they? How are they disguising things that you would think that's okay?
Yeah.
Is it all of a sudden because everybody came out with the Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter? We don't want bye.
Yeah, that's crazy. Literally shocked me. I swear to God, that was just like, are you serious? That was just really all around just crazy. On the 10th level of crazy, but yeah, it's just too much going on. Honestly, like just can't keep up with everything. So
I know
it's crazy. But I know in kind of book world, my world, lately, There was, so we have the Oscars and everything for film and TV. I'm in that industry as well. Well, we also, in the book industry, we have the Ritas, which are basically the romance writers nominations. So it's kind of like the Oscars for publishers, authors, and everything. Right. And so the nominations came out the other day, and 98% were white authors.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Not surprising, though.
Yeah, basically. So now there's like a hashtag going around, Rita's so white. Right. And it's just like, wow. And literally they had the same issue last year. And
so do you think? So with that said, do you think it's time that it's kind of sad that I always have it has to be like, do women of color and writers of color now have to create their own to acknowledge? I mean, at the end of the day, that's where the NAACP awards came through. Exactly. That's where the BET awards came through. Just because people of color weren't being acknowledged for their contributes to the industry.
Yeah. No, exactly. And that's why I was thinking the other day. It's like, I feel like at some point somebody's probably going to create something like that.
Why don't you do that?
I mean, I got a lot on my plate.
I'm just saying. There you go. I'm throwing it out there. Yeah. Any authors or writers that want to get together and do something,
create their own thing.
Create their own thing. I don't. At this point, it's kind of like you have to create your own and acknowledge your own until you get to a point where people are like, "Oh, wait a minute, we're acknowledging and we're doing things." I mean. It's the same thing. Film until people. Here's the thing: until it hits people in the pocketbook and where money hits, that's where it's kind of. And then how Hollywood had to acknowledge is due to the fact that some of these movies that were produced by black cast, whatever, whatnot, are making billions of dollars. They're like, oh wait. Yeah. There's this perception that, black people don't support, or even like Asians with crazy rich Asians. Like it blew the industry out the water that they're like, oh, I think we're going to have to kind of, pull back and acknowledge these things and these people and this type of industry. I mean, it's the same thing we're going to have to do with books.
Yeah, I feel like someone should. What do you think in your industry? Do you guys have something like that, or any type of award industry?
There is kind of. It's really kind of hard. Like there is kind of some things, like some major magazines and some major. Like skincare shows, they do acknowledge things. They have like there is this this contest kind of thing. It's called the Skin Games.
Oh, okay.
And so you're an SD. You can nominate yourself, or somebody can nominate you, and then you have to prove that you could. There's different categories, and you have to show your before and afters. And then the one who has the most dramatic results and the best results wins. Last year, they just came out with a waxing. I was going to do it, but I didn't. I was so busy. But I don't, as far as the kind of legitimacy, you just kind of, it's not really like there. You get a magazine who, like Skin Inc. magazine, let's say, is one, and they'll do a nomination. Dermascope is another. And then they'll nominate salons, or they nominate people, and they win an award.
Okay.
So it's not like a. It's not on that level, like the major. It just hasn't hit that level yet.
Okay.
But even still, they have had nominated, and they've done women of color. But here's the thing. I've been an SD like 16 years, and I go to skincare shows all the time. I go to things. There's very few and none when I go to a skincare show that you could literally see us. Yeah, we're like, oh shit, there's another one. There's another one. It's very much dominated by Asians and whites, which. It's just the nature of the beast. I think in the hair industry, though, it's different. I think there's more women of color in hair than there is in skin. It's just kind of how it works. I do know that whenever I tell somebody I'm in the beauty industry, they're like, oh, so do you do hair or do you do makeup? That's their assumption.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not that I'm not a legit makeup artist. I am. But when I tell them I do skin, they're always kind of like, what? You
did mine at the award show.
You're like, it's skin. They're like, what? That's what you do? Same with my travels. When I go traveling and I go teach, and I'm teaching other girls or women in the industry about products and waxing, I teach them. They're always very surprised to see me in the room, and they don't have to say it.
Yeah.
I could just see it in their face.
Yeah.
And they're not trying to be rude. Of course not. They're kind of like, oh, not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
By the time they leave, though, they're like, yo, you're bomb. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I was like, of course, it's been years of practice, but I do see, and this is why representation is really big, because I do see when I do go and there is women of color, they're actually really excited that, oh my God, somebody of color is here to teach me how to do what they do. And, they won't say it in class, but they will say it outside of class or before. They'll be like, oh my God, thank God it was you. Like, I'm really excited. Like, you know what you're doing. And I'm like, yo, we are out there. It's just we don't take the opportunity, or we're not given as much opportunity unless we create it ourselves to go out there and show people what we are capable of doing. And this is another, like I always say, especially with business too. Like, it's really hard to get women of color to come in and see me. They assume I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, girl, I look just like you. Why wouldn't I know what I'm doing? They'll go see someone of non-color because they're just assuming they know better. I was like, but do you know that they have to learn and go to school more to learn how to take care of our skin when I already have our skin?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. So it's in every industry, regardless of what it is. You could go car mechanic. You could go to, anywhere you go. It's kind of one of those things where they're either whatever.
That's
but,
true.
Hair, I always like, girl, you do hair? I go, girl, no. If I did your hair, you'd be walking out real mad right now.
A mess, but you talk about everybody else's hair. We're going to leave that alone.
At least I know my lane.
Yeah. A mess. On that note, we're going to take a little break. And then we'll come back with more hot topics. See you in a second.
Bye. Thanks for listening. Take a little time to enjoy your brand of Moscato and Tea with us every day. Subscribe, rate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and MoscatoandTea.com.